Hey everybody, it's Kelly. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Therapist. Today we're just going to spend some time normalizing some things for you, okay? Most of you who watch this channel are people who've come out of religion, people who have just come out in general, people who are figuring out who you are and figuring out how that works, or love someone who is figuring out who they are and figuring out how that works. And for many people in those genres, the last couple of months, either in the United States or watching what is happening in the United States, has been incredibly triggering. Yet it has been difficult to put words to that. So I'm going to try to help you do that. For most of us who grew up in the church, we were taught loving each other, loving our neighbors. We were taught that we were supposed to help those in need, and we were taught that people who don't have as much as us were people that we were supposed to be supporting and helping. Many people went on mission trips or went to other places and were supporting communities that didn't have as much as they had growing up. Were a lot of those like problematic? Absolutely. And we have videos on that. These are very clear things we're very aware of, and I'm not getting into that in this video. But all of those years being taught those things about respect and about respectability and about keeping your word and what makes somebody a person of quality and character. All of those things are, for so many people, the reasons that family members used to turn their backs on you when you either left religion or came out. They were the things that were thrown at you when you told them about your partner or told them about wanting to raise children together with someone of the same gender identity, or those things that people in conservative Christian circles said to you, family members, friends, maybe people you didn't even know, when you did not perform as they expected you to, were that you were going against the things that they had taught you. And now, over the last couple of months, we have watched an entire country, a very large country that has a lot to say on a world stage, collectively decide those things don't matter. In the same breath that people are kicking their children out of their homes, kicking people out of their lives because they don't agree with their life choices, which in most cases are just to love somebody who they have chosen to love, or choosing to be true to who they are, or wanting to raise a family because they have that desire to be a family. Those are the things that they're kicking people out of their lives for. Then embracing a person or persons or philosophy of life, if you will, that does not align with respect or helping people who have less than they do, or keeping your word, or being a caring person in any way, all the while saying you're out of my life because you don't follow these rules that I've been teaching you your whole life. That is difficult to comprehend when you're in this group. I would think it'd be difficult to comprehend in this group too, but this group who's watching this thing happen, we're having a hard time with that. Which is why so many people over the last couple of months have found their religious trauma triggered, why so many people have found their internalized homophobia triggered, why I have watched within the queer community so many people go after each other internally. Because when you feel like you're under attack externally, your guard goes up across the board. So even inside of the queer community, those attacks are happening to each other. Do you know that November 6th, I had the most negative comments ever on my bisexual grief video? All of those comments were from other queer people. All of them. And the most negative comments in one day. And I understand where it comes from. It doesn't mean I just let it go, but I understand where it comes from. It came from a place of fear for so many people who were worried that their rights were about to be taken away, that their ability to live who they are and to love who they love was not going to be possible. And they were seeing people who potentially could pass as not members of the queer community externally to other people talk about their grief and their emotions. And because of feeling under attack, they then attacked. I understand that. And releasing the lions to eat each other's faces is not helping anybody right now. For those of you who are entering January with a lot of feelings, your feelings are valid and they're fair. And if you're having emotions, you need to attend to them for your own sake, just as much now as you did in the beginning of November. You need to be involving yourself in things that you can see change in. You need to be protecting yourself where you feel the need to protect yourself, not in a way that attacks others in our community, but in a way that preserves your strength. You need to be surrounding yourself with people who are supportive of you and supportive of the things that are important to you. Spend time with family that cares for you. Spend time with friends that see you. Spend time with people that you love. Find a cause to get involved in. Be involved in your community. There are ways to not lose yourself in this religious trauma, homophobic, transphobic onslaught that so many of us are feeling right now. One of the ways that we do lose ourselves, though, is when we attack one another unnecessarily. So that is just my from me to you PSA about the beginning of this year, and my encouragement to you about how to care for yourself and others and our community here in this little corner of the internet. Feel free to go ahead and comment below about your experience of this recently over the last couple of months, your observation if you're outside of the country, sort of how you're feeling about things. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all next time. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other.